It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. You know, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that we had what we called Remanufacturers Day, and that's a day that all the remanufacturers of toner cartridges kind of celebrate their industry. It's a great day. Folks, I got to be honest with you. I think today, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, is going to be a new remanufacturing day. Because today, what I'm going to talk about is so amazing. So amazing. But before I get started, I want to do a big shout out to my friend David Gibbons, who's always challenging the OEMs, not afraid to talk about things that he sees HP doing that he thinks are questionable at best, or maybe others are questioning him, and David's not afraid to ask those questions. Boy, I wish more of our media was like David Gibbons. I wish more of our analysts were like David Gibbons and his team over there at RT Media. It seems lately, most of the industry's, well, let's just be honest, media and analysts, well, they're more concerned about, publishing nonsensical press releases than really focusing on the challenges that the resellers are going through around the world and the remanufacturers. But today, if you're a remanufacturer, mark it on your calendar, Cinco de Mayo Day. It's going to be so exciting for you. Because yesterday, David Gibbons shared an article that his good friend, Mark Dawson, put on LinkedIn. Folks, you're just not going to believe this. I mean, if you're a remanufacturer, this is going to be so exciting for you. HP is in the remanufacturing business because it's good for the environment. HP! You're scratching your head. You're saying, what? Yeah, the same people that have fought remanufacturing for decades, the same people that have took remanufacturers to court time and time again, the same manufacturer that challenged an industry for decades is now all of a sudden into the remanufacturing business because it's good for the environment. But you know what that tells all the remanufacturers around the world? That HP is admitting that remanufactured cartridges won't blow up end users' printers, won't damage the printers, won't make them not print. Because, if it did all those things, would they honestly be delivering them to the end user? Come on. Or does HP think they're the only people in the whole world that can remanufacture a cartridge? Well, I think Clover Imaging could challenge it. I'll bet you Clover Imaging has remanufactured millions and millions and millions and millions and millions, I can't say that enough, more cartridges than HP ever did or will. And so the bottom line is the validation from HP saying that remanufactured cartridges are good for the environment. I will tell you this, HP. Remanufactured cartridges have been good for the environment forever, since the remanufactured cartridge was born. A lot of the folks that got into the business in the heyday, in the beginning, in the infancy, was really for two reasons. One was to offer the end user an alternative choice, and the other was for the environment. These folks cared about the environment. Just like our friends over at Clover care about the environment. So the whole industry, I wish I could have done this video on Remanufacturing Day because it's something to celebrate. When the largest OEM in the world is telling the whole world that remanufactured cartridges are good for the printers, are good for the environment. That's a good thing. But here's my concern. HP, they got the Amplified contract. A lot of resellers don't like it. Now they're doing Amplified retail. Now they're in the remanufacturing business. They're already selling online. They're going direct to end users. They're doing all these things that are threats. Data collecting. A lot of things that are threats to resellers. So is this just a ploy? Let's just remanufacture some cartridges and put some pressure on the remanufacturing industry until we can wipe them out and then we can just go back to making OEM? Folks, it's just something to think about because HP was pretty vocal on how much they despised remanufactured cartridges. They despised them. It was the terrible, terrible thing. And like I said, remanufacturing cartridges have been good for the environment since the day they started. It's always been good for the environment. So congratulations, HP, for catching up to that aspect. But ladies and gentlemen, you have a choice. And that choice is you could buy OEM or remanufacture from HP and let them control you. Or you could say, HP, thanks for telling us to use remanufactured cartridges and buy them from my friends at Clover. It's your choice. Just remember, my friends, we all know this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.